Hello and welcome to week 11. This video is going to be about researching online, getting those internet sources for your family history assignment. So what you're going to do is go here first to the library guide, and you'll have to open it in a new window. And here you'll see a page that the librarians have created especially for this assignment. So there's a lot of resources on here. This would be for your really hardcore family history. That's not what we're doing this time. You remember you need to find, I believe, 3 internet sources. It does note that when you're using this off campus, you will need to enter the 14-digit number above the barcode of your MCC ID card. So have that ready. All right. The first source I want us to look at is Family Search, which I've already opened over here. And you do have to create an account to use Family Search, but it's free. You don't have to pay a thing. If you get to a point where somebody says pay something, get out of there. This one is free, Family Search. It's a huge database, all kinds of stuff. So I've entered the name of a relative of mine. I know where she was born, and so I'm going to click search, and I'm going to get a lot of results. So you will see here is burial, here is census in 1950, 1930, 1910. And that appears to be it here. So actually, technically, that would be enough. Now notice how much information I can get just from this. If I am writing a paper about Anna Talgott and I want to mention that she died, wherever she died, I'm going to click on this one, Find a Grave. And that's going to take me to some very great stuff. Don't worry about, sometimes there will be pictures of the actual headstone, but here is what I want to get. Name, this is her burial, where she was buried, place, and so on. Now sometimes you can do this. Copy a citation if you're going to use this. And it will copy it into a new document, and then you will have it for later. This is not the way it goes into your works cited page, but this is all the information you need. All right, so I go back here, and we have a 1950 census. So I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to get all kinds of interesting information here. Like in 1950, she was 68 years old. Look, I get birth year, where she was born, marital status, what industry she worked in, and so on and so forth. Sometimes, but not in this case, it will have an actual address. Then other people on this record is misspelled. That's supposed to be Rishoy, like my name, and that is Anna's sister. She noticed that here, relationship to head of household, she is the sister. So Susan Rishoy was widowed in 50, sorry. And here again, you can copy the citation. And here is another misspelled ancestor, Helen Rishoy. And I can click on her, and each one of these records for these different people counts as one internet resource. So here is Helen Rishoy, estimated birth year, so on and so forth. And you've got some records for now 3 different people. If I wanted to find somebody completely different, then I'm going to search for records for, let's see. This is my great-grandmother. There she is. So this is a burial. This is a census record. Here's another census record. I don't think she registered for the draft, but okay, let's have a look at that. So for male relatives going back a ways, you're going to find things like registration for the draft. Let's just open this up and see what's going on here. All right, so look at that, a registration card. It's not for my great-grandmother, it's rather for my great-grandfather. And it has information here, tells what his occupation, he was a merchant, he owned his own mercantile company, his spouse, and an address. So here again, you've got great information. So going back here, yes, here's what I want to do. I want to show you, so that's Family Search, and again, you can get so much great stuff from here. Just keep looking. We saw a couple of records from Find a Grave. I suspect that's because Family Search has bought this. So let's see if we can find my Aunt Anna here. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to allow ads. So here we go. Not too much information there, but if I click on her name, then I can see her headstone. Not that that's necessarily very helpful to your research project, but it's kind of cool. Also, you're going to get here family members. So look, got her parents. So it's just every record you open has the potential to give forth a cascade of more information. It's awfully fun. All right. The other one, if you know, and this is only if you know that your ancestors came through Ellis Island, and remember that's from 1892 to 1957, you might find them here. And this is another one of those places where it's free to look, but you do have to register. All right. So I've obviously looked at this before, and I know that there are some ancestors in this. Let's see if I can get this spelling right, because my name changes a little bit over the years, but nope, that's not him. All right, let's try just this. Oh, boo. Okay, take out the first name and see what comes through. Aha. Okay. So there's, I don't know who this is. I have no relatives from Turkey, but I do know who this is. This is a distant relative who ended up in South Dakota along with some other Rishois. But here you see the ship name, the date he arrived. Here's the ship manifest, which is kind of fun to watch too. And then you can look at the names. Don't buy it. You don't have to buy it to look at the image. Come on. Oh, wait. Here we go. So, can look here. Here is Stanley Rishoy. I don't know what any of that means, but if you were looking for proof that this relative came through Ellis Island, and you're able to discuss that, don't reach too far, because if you're not writing about your family member's journey through Ellis Island, then there's really not much point to that. But if you know that they came there, you're talking about that relative, this allows you to pinpoint when they came. So you need family help for that kind of thing. in that case, let me open this again. I'm going to put my Aunt Anna's name here because even though she didn't, even though she didn't immigrate, she did travel across the ocean, had to go through Ellis Island. So if I'm writing about my Aunt Anna, and I want to say something about, well, she traveled to Germany, I know it had to be Germany, then I know that I can find out, well, she traveled in 1938, which, if you know your history, is kind of a scary time. She is her birthplace is the United States. She traveled over on the SS Brennan. This passenger record might also give you some interesting stuff. Again, don't buy it. Nah, that's just a way for them to save money. So that's how you would do that. There's still, what you're going to do when you find this is you're going to save that URL for your person only and copy paste that into that blank document that you've started for your Works Cited page for the family history. And then finally, I showed you Family Search, Find a Grave, Ellis Island. There's other things that are potentially helpful but are a little bit harder to deal with. Cindy's List is massive, and you may be able to find stuff there, especially if you're looking for things like a particular groups. Like, look at the category. If you look at, okay, my family is Cajun, and so there are 115 records about that. There's My Heritage, Norway. There's a very good, where is it? List of African American. Here we go. So you can look for categories within there. Depending on how far back you go, it's possible that family records for African Americans are a mess, and that's because of slavery and nothing else. The Freedmen's Bureau help keep track of a lot of people. Again, you may not be able to go back that far, but know that these resources are here. Finally, I'll just mention it, although not really go into it. My Heritage is essentially a bigger version of Family Search down here. It's also free to use. It's free through the Library of Michigan. And usually what you need to sign into the Library of Michigan is your driver's license number. So it's the library edition. Again, it starts with a video on how to use it. If you get into this family research, then this would be a great place to go. But I'm not gonna require that you use that or even necessarily look for you to use it. But know it's there. All right, that's it for the quick tour of the family history research. I will put out another video later on how to do the Works Cited for these things. So just keep track of your records, whether you print them out, whether you copy paste them into another record. Keep them so you can find them when you need them.